Tekwane Mwendwa. Welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you, Paul, for having me. Looking forward to talking about the great things we're doing at Asilimia and why it matters.
You've been very, very instrumental in trying to set a platform that enables a lot of people to do their thing. You recently raised some good money through seed funding. What are you going to do with that money?
We raised quite $2 million, and the whole idea with this particular funding round is for us to scale up. So we're looking to hire quite a bit of data scientists to help us process the data that small businesses are inputting into our system. We're looking at launching a new service or product around lending, where we'll be able to enable the small businesses that are recording their sales in our product to be able to kind of borrow capital, and then also expansion outside of the capital city. So currently we've been operating in Nairobi, and we're looking into opening up other markets in Kenya.
I've seen a lot of startups in Kenya, a lot of people in the Fintech industry trying to do pretty much the same thing that you're doing, but you seem to offer something different. What's that?
We focus on a very niche market that has been neglected for a very long time. So micro MSMEs, or what you would call them informal traders, have been always bundled up together with the mass consumers. So basically you have a lot of fintechs doing P2P wallets for the mass majority. If you talk about things like M-Pesa, if you talk about mobile money in other African countries, it tends to be built for the general public. But when you go further down on the long tail, micro SMEs are neglected by the tech companies, banks, financial institutions. And what we've done differently is that we've said we want to solve a problem that hasn't been solved before, and for a consumer that has been heavily neglected when it comes to the tech products they have access to and the financial services as well that they can have access.
If I hear you correctly, you're trying to tap into that market, but how are you going to do it? Already there is a problem of people being skeptical about this kind of technology. Yeah, you're saying you're trying to offer a product that can serve these people better. How are you going to convince these people to maybe to buy into some of the products that you're offering them?
Informal businesses, just because they're informal doesn't mean they lack the savviness of a business owner. And anywhere in the world, business people are very savvy when it comes to doing the right things for their business. And just because of our Android application does the right thing for their business, one, we save them 90% of mobile money fees. Secondly, we enable them to keep track of what is coming into their business and going out of their business. When we go to the markets, we thought one of the biggest problems we'd have is around smartphones. But what we realize is that informal business owners are actually the early adopters of smartphones, because the first application they enjoy and love using is the calculator. We've seen that, one, they have the savviness, they have the interest, and then they have the infrastructure that can install our Android application to work.
What makes Kenya a very attractive market for investors? You are probably one of the few people who has gotten funding this year. There are a lot of other people in Kenya who have attracted funding. What makes that market very, very unique to attract foreign investors?
Why not Kenya? But if you look at some recently released data, is that Kenya is the 6th richest country in Africa. We're able to compete with the big boys. So the result of that is because, one, of the political stability, safety, infrastructure, where data is one of the cheapest across the continent. The penetration of mobile phones is at almost 100% at the moment. M-Pesa really unlocked and connected the country in a way that it's not been possible in other countries, where a person in the most remote part of Kenya can pay for their electricity bill, can pay for a product online without necessarily having to send the money by a bus. So you find that mixture of good infrastructure, political stability, and the human capital being able to execute just kind of brings it to be a country that is quite easy and good to invest in.